Hello and welcome to the video. I was driving across the country from New Jersey to Utah, and I was fortunate enough to be able to stop in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and in South Dakota. So I spent 3 days in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and 2 days in South Dakota. So this video is the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and then the next video will be South Dakota. So hopefully you enjoy it. Hello, I am in Mackinac City, Michigan. Gonna spend the day at Mackinac Island, which is right between the upper and lower peninsulas of Michigan. It's supposed to be beautiful. Gonna rent a bike and ride around, see what I could see. So should be a fun day. Really cloudy right now, but it's supposed to clear up. Not supposed to rain, so good thing. I'm on Mackinac Island. I rented a bike. What a beautiful place. Very old school.
In my carriage. And both of us were just staring at each other.
There's the marina. There's the boat I just came on. Really cool. No cars allowed on this island. Very awesome. Rock. This is Arch Rock. Wow. And this is Lake Huron from the top of Arch Rock. Lake Huron, the last of the Great Lakes that I needed to see. I'm gonna actually go in it this time. At least stick my feet in it. Even though it's about 55 degrees today. And it's July. This section of the island is called British Landing. I don't know if the British actually landed here, but that's what it's called. But it does have the best view of this, which is the Mackinac Bridge. Great view. It's like somebody's parasailing or something over it. Can't zoom in any farther, but hopefully you can see it. That's pretty awesome. And Lake Huron, look how blue this is. Clear. You can see all the way down there. Very nice. That bridge connects the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to the Lower Peninsula of Michigan. It's 5 miles long. Very long suspension bridge. cars allowed on here, but I guess they're allowed to have planes. Interesting. Probably gotta be pretty rich to land here. I'm heading over to Skull Cave, so we'll see what that's all about. Well, that's Skull Cave. Not really much of a cave, if you ask me. Kind of a disappointment, but still this island in general has been very cool. I'm gonna go to Fort Holmes, right there, which is the highest point of the island. Actually, I'm gonna take the stairway because it's closer. So I'm gonna go that way. I'm gonna go down there and see Fort Holmes, highest point of the island. It was a fort that was used in the War of 1812. So let's have a look. That was a lot of stairs. You can't even see them all from here. Had to be like 200 stairs. But this is Fort Holmes, and the sun is coming out, so that's good. And we'll head around to the front, see how it looks. So this is Fort Holmes, named after a major who died in a battle here in 1814 during the War of 1812. The British actually held this fort during the War of 1812, and the Americans did not maintain it after the war, so this is not the original building, but I still find it fascinating anyway. Yeah. By the way, this is the highest point on the island. It's an amazing view. That's where we came in. You can see the boat going out over there. And there's another island over there. Beautiful. I'm at Point Lookout, which in general is a disappointment, but this rock formation is really cool. Here's the lookout from Point Lookout. It's very overgrown, so you can't see a lot over the plants. But I guess that rock formation makes it worth it. This is Fort Mackinac. This is the bigger fort on the island. I can go inside without paying. I don't feel like paying. There it is. Take a horse-drawn carriage tour too when you're here. But I prefer bike. That's just me. This is the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island. It's very impressive. I'm sure it's also very pricey. So it costs $10 just to go up onto this balcony here and to give them the pleasure of spending your money in these shops. So I decided not to pay the $10 because I'm not rich like a lot of these people. So cool to see the Grand Hotel. I'm going to move on. So many cool little houses here. And the coolest thing is no cars. Here's where we came in. There's the lighthouse. Kids screaming. People waiting in line for this ferry now. This is the benefit of coming early. So I really enjoyed Mackinac Island. I thought it was really cool. The architecture of the old buildings and everything was really nice. The The views off of Lake Huron were great too. And the great thing about it is you can do the whole thing in a half a day, like I just did. I could have definitely stayed longer too, if I wanted to. They have hotels and they have horse-drawn carriages so you could take you around and things like that. So, and a lot of restaurants. So it's definitely something you could spend a lot of time there if you want to. It's probably a good thing to make a weekend out of. My advice is go early. I went on the 8:30 ferry. There was maybe 50 people on it. And I just showed you the line to get onto the 12:30 ferry. It was around the corner. I don't think everybody's going to get on that boat. And the boat that landed on Mackinac Island before I got on the one to come back was also filled with hundreds of people. So after like 10, 11 o'clock, the boats are all packed, and then the island's going to get really, really crowded. So go early, but definitely enjoyable, definitely something worth seeing. So on to the next adventure. Going over the Mackinac Bridge. That's Lake Michigan over there. And that's Lake Huron over there. And there's a lot of construction, but it's a really cool bridge, 5 miles long. Suspension bridge connects the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to Lower Peninsula of Michigan. I'm at Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I'm going to see Sable Falls first. There's a parking lot, I drive up to it, and then it's just 168 steps down, as you can see from the sign. So I'm going to check that out first. And then there's a couple of longer hikes I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do one today. It's only about 2 miles. And I'm going to do a 10-mile one tomorrow. But this place is supposed to be beautiful, so let's see. So this is Sable Falls. Pretty cool waterfall. Flowing pretty good. Look down there. A lot more people here than I thought there would be. Okay, I was down here for about 5 minutes, and now I'm going to have to climb up 168 more steps. But if I calculate it today, I think I've climbed up about 600 steps between Mackinac Island and here. So should be in pretty good shape after this. This is Grand Sable Lake. It's a little lake just off of Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan's behind me, but this is a separate lake. It's only separated by a little bit of land. Pretty cool, huh? This is called the Log Slide Overlook. Great view of Lake Superior. Seen 3 Great Lakes today: Huron, Michigan, and Superior. Lake Superior never ceases to amaze me. It's so vast. Beautiful. It's like an ocean. There's a lighthouse over there. I'll have to go see that later. I actually found out it's called the Log Slide Trail because they took the logs from here in the forest and slid them down that huge slope into Lake Superior and then picked them up there to take them down where they needed to take them. Pretty interesting way to do it. Okay, I'm gonna go to the Osable light station. Check that out. A little 3.4 miles round trip. Should be pretty flat, I think. So check it out. This is the Osable light station. Might look like Au Sable to you, but if you want to say it in proper French, it's Au Sable. Unfortunately, it took closed today, so I can't go up in it. And just what I needed was more stairs. I wanted to get up to 800 or so. But anyway, we'll just see what the view is like from the other side. It's snake. Snake. Oh, there he goes. Whoa. It's unfortunate that that is closed because the view would have been spectacular. And I'll show you what I mean. If we go over here behind this building, you can see these huge dunes over here. I would have a better view, but that's okay. I was over there earlier. That's where the log slide was. These dunes are huge. Another awesome aspect of Lake Superior. It's almost like an ocean with these waves lapping against the rocks. Good morning. I'm in Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. I'm doing the 10-mile loop. It's Mosquito Falls and Chapel Falls and Chapel Point all in one big loop. So normally these are separate hikes, but they said you can do this one big loop. So that looks like something that interests me. So that's what I'm going to do. 10 miles should take me, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, but it's supposed to be some amazing stuff along the way. So looking forward to it. This is Chapel Falls. Sounds like a slide, it's gonna fall, but anyway, it'd be fun to slide down that. Here's the best view of it from this side. You can see how big it is. It's actually much bigger than I thought. Very nice. I'm 3+ miles in, and I'm walking for a little over an hour. Finally getting to see Lake Superior, but this is even cooler. This is just really amazing rock formation here. That is awesome. Over here, see it a little better along with the lake. That is so spectacular right there. That is so cool. This is actually called Chapel Rock. So I've seen Chapel Rock and Chapel Falls, and Chapel Rock blows away Chapel Falls. It's hard to see how it's like columns. Try to get a better shot. Here's another view of Chapel Rock. A tree growing off the top. That is so amazing. And this view over here ain't bad either. Look at this. Headed over that way. Look how clear this water is too. I love Lake Superior. Ooh, right into the lake. This place definitely doesn't get the recognition it deserves. You got this cool mini waterfall going into the lake. You got Chapel Rock over here. And then you got these awesome rocks over here. Look at these cliffs. What an amazing place. Wish it wasn't so foggy, you could see better. But still, spectacular view. So cool, it's like a cave underneath this rock. I can hear water coming down, but I can't see it. And there's no way to get over there to see it. Wish I could. Here's a little dose of reality. Been spending a lot of the trail trying to get around mud like this, because a lot of the trail is very muddy. So it looks like I'm gonna have to walk across this tree branch to get over the other side. But I bet I walked an extra mile just trying to get around mud. So still fun though, right? Yay. Here's another little cave under the cliffs. Very impressive. Feel like I'm on top of the world up here, seriously. I mean, look at this. So high up. Pressing on. See, this part of the trail is dry, but a lot of it has been mud. If this was a Spartan race, I would just trudged right through that mud. But I'm not exactly dressed for a Spartan race, so I'm going around the mud. But these views, I mean, these are killer views. Holy bleep. How awesome that is. It just keeps getting better the farther I go. This is Grand Portal Point. Standing on a big outcropping right here. I don't need to tell you that these views are spectacular. I love this place. Kayakers down there. Wish I could kayak this time, but I'm not gonna have time. So we'll have to come back here and kayak again. I was talking to a guy on the trail and he said that he kayaked yesterday and he said it was spectacular, so I'll have to try it one of these days. Definitely want to come back here. There's so much to see. There's another really cool arch. This place is just full of amazing rock formations. This is weird. All the tops are broken off the trees. There's a lot of debris down here. I wonder what caused that. Couldn't be an avalanche because there's no mountains. Doesn't look like anything's burned, so it wasn't a fire. I wonder what it was. Very strange. Kind of eerie looking. Sightseeing boats. And there's another cave. Can't see the whole thing, but I think you get the picture. Pretty awesome. Here's something you don't see every day. A sign with a dead snake on it. Scared the heck out of me at first. I thought it was alive, but it appears to be dead. The first 3 miles of the hike and the last 3 miles of the hike were like this. Basically walking through woods. So I'd say first 3 miles and the last 3 miles are kind of boring, but the 5 to 6 miles in between were spectacular. So this trail was definitely worth it. This is one of the best trails I've been on in a long time. So I would definitely do it again. Okay, one more thing to see before I head back to the car. It's called Mosquito Falls. You can start to hear it now. So I'll show you what that looks like when I get there. I'm gonna head back to the car and see what's next. There it is, car sweet car, yay. 11.7 miles, 5 hours. Brutal. Glad to be back. but it was a spectacular hike. So I'm supposed to be taking a seaplane to Isle Royale National Park today, but it's too foggy, so they can't take off. They're gonna let me know when they can take off. But I was just listening to Like the Weather by 10,000 Maniacs, and in it she said, cold and a rainy day, where on earth has the sun hid away? Very appropriate for today. It's a very good question. Hopefully we'll take off soon. We'll see. Second time trying to go to Isle Royale. Second time fail. It's just too foggy. They're not going to be able to take off anytime soon. So even if I was able to go over there today, I wouldn't have much time on the island. So I am getting a refund and going to find something else to do around here. So I'm going to check out the area, I guess, see what happens. Unfortunately, when you travel, these types of things happen. So I'll hopefully get to Isle Royale eventually. Maybe the third time's a charm. We'll see. This is called Hungarian Falls in Houghton, Michigan. Not sure I'm pronouncing that right. Wish I could see it from a better angle. I'm going to try and do that. It's actually a pretty big waterfall, bigger than I thought it was going to be. The falls. That's pretty big, probably like 80 to 100 feet high. Not bad. In the middle of nowhere, Michigan. Good morning. Yesterday was a total bust. Couldn't go to Isle Royale National Park. And so I just basically hung out in Houghton, Michigan the whole day. Went to a brew pub, went to a couple restaurants. It was okay, but pretty much a waste of a day. So today I am at Porcupine Wilderness State Park in Michigan. Gonna go see Lake of the Clouds and go on the escarpment trail. So it should be pretty interesting. Looking forward to it. Gonna go to the overlook first and then to the escarpment trail. This is Lake of the Clouds. They said it's a mile long, but it's only 15 feet deep. I'm gonna be walking along the edge of this cliff here for a little while, I think. So, should be pretty cool. Sketchy trail so far. It's very thin, right on the edge of this drop off. Now we gotta go up this little rock scramble here. Sketchy, but fun. Going this way on the escarpment trail. Rough trail ahead, no water next 4 miles. Good to know. Good thing I brought water. Hard to tell from the video, but this is pretty freaking steep. But I'm almost to the top, so we'll get there. The view that I showed you before was from Cloud Peak, and this here is Cuyahoga Peak, which is the highest point on the trail. But to be honest, the view, while spectacular, is no better than it was at Cloud Peak. So I could have saved myself all that steep uphill if I just turned back at Cloud Peak, but I'm going to turn back now. The rest of the trail goes this way, and it doesn't seem like there's that much more to see. So I'm going to turn around here. Got other stuff I want to see. So did get a nice view of Lake of the Clouds. It was a nice trail, but I'm going to turn around. So on to the next trail. The hike back is actually better because you do get this view the whole time, view of the lake, except when I'm in the woods. But so It's a good hike. I liked it. Like I said, I should have turned around after Cloud Peak. And somebody did say that on all trails. I should have listened. But live and learn. So, heading back down to the bottom now. So still on the escarpment trail, almost done. But I just passed an Amish family with 4 little boys, aging from like 5 to 10. And they're walking the trail barefoot. Their shoes, or the soles of their feet, must be like leather. I don't know how they're doing it. Walking this thing barefoot. It's really rocky and a lot of roots and everything, so amazing. Okay, I'm now in the Presque Isle area of Porcupine Mountains Wilderness area, and there's supposed to be some cool waterfalls like these, so I'm going to check them out. Had to drive about 25 miles to get here from the other part of the park, but looking forward to seeing some cool waterfalls. Hopefully this is worth it. Trail has brought me out to this road. So I came down the west side. I'm going to go back up the east side of the river. So I'm doing the East River, West River Trail loop. So I'm going to go back to the east side, hopefully see some more waterfalls, and then come back down the west side and go back to where I started. Same waterfall I just saw from the other side of the river. Another view over here, I think. Same waterfall I just saw, but on the other side of the river, with a much better view. Bigger than it looked over there. Another little waterfall called Manito Falls. Probably can see it better from the other side. There's actually a viewing platform on the other side, so I will get a good shot of this on the other side. But here it is from this side, the east side. Suspension bridge that crosses over the river. It's Lake Superior out there. Look over here. A lot of stairs to go back up. Holy moly. There we go. As promised, there's the largest waterfall here. Manabiju Falls. Manabiju. Named after a Native American god or spirit. Well, that was a pretty cool hike. By the way, the name of that river was the Presque Isle River. I think I forgot to mention that. I just kept saying I'm on the east side, I'm on the west side. And that was a pretty cool little hike. 3 waterfalls, little suspension bridge, got to see Lake Superior. So I enjoyed it. It's about 5 miles round trip. I'll show you right after this. Right now I'm gonna head to the Airbnb and go take a shower because I'm covered in sweat and sunscreen and bug spray. So, see you next time.